Hey everyone, Thomas Mario Fan 11 here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I saw this movie 2 days ago with my little sister, and we loved it. My little sister thought it was an amazing movie. Personally, I think it was a good movie. It wasn't perfect, but it was a good movie. And this movie has an interesting history. Like when Sonic used to look like this furry creature from hell. And apparently, the movie was being made by Sony before being switched to Paramount. Anyway, let's start with the story. The main story of the Sonic movie is that Sonic is a little blue creature with magical powers, and he lives in this island, basically Green Hill Zone, with this owl lady called Longclaw. The Echidna tribe and many other kind of creatures are trying to take Sonic's power, I think, for their own benefit. So Longclaw uses a ring portal to send Sonic into the human world, and he lands in the land or the village/town of Green Hills, obviously Green Hill Zone. In Green Hills, Sonic meets Tom, a human character who's a cop in the town, and he helps Sonic get home. But first they have to get to San Francisco because Sonic lost his rings there. So they basically just go on a big adventure there and stuff. It was basically your average lovable character finds his way into the human world and makes a human friend movie. Kind of like Alvin and the Chipmunks and the Smurfs. But of all those movies, I'd say that the Sonic movie did it the best. Anyway, Sonic himself was pretty good. He was cocky and cool and fun and stuff. But if there's one thing I'm gonna say about Sonic is that he seemed a little too childish. Like in the main Sonic franchise, Sonic is 15 years old. But in the movie, he kind of acted like he's between the ages of 5 and 10. You know, hyperactive and energetic and stuff, very curious and everything. But it didn't really bother me. I just thought I'd point it out. Like I said earlier, Sonic was raised by this character Longclaw, this owl lady who we have never seen before. So I don't know how that links in with Sonic, but I guess it works for the movie. Sonic's new friend Tom, he was fine, but kind of boring. Like, there's not a whole lot to his personality. He's just the human friend that the lovable character meets, you know? He's nice and stuff, but there's just not a whole lot to him. But I still like his inclusion nonetheless. Dr. Eggman was the best character in the film, no doubt. And he and Sonic worked off each other so well at the climax. Dr. Robotnik was played by Jim Carrey, and he was so energetic and over the top in his comedy that I laughed out loud so many times. He was just amazing, Jim Carrey was. His performance was perfect. And he had this assistant called Stone. And he was nice and stuff, but he's just the villain's assistant that you've seen in many other movies. But he was still cool anyway. If there's one thing I'm going to say about Stone is that I feel like he and Eggman have a sort of secret relationship, because there were so many times in the movie where I felt like there was gay tension between the two of them. Like there was one point where Dr. Eggman told Stone to stand against the wall, and then he went really close to his face, and I was like, yeah, these two are definitely in a relationship. I mean, it's not a complaint, I just thought I'd point it out. I think those two might be gay. Tom has a wife called Maddie. She's nice and stuff, she's a vet, but she doesn't really do a whole lot. And I think Maddie's niece, Jojo, she's the one that gave Sonic his iconic shoes, and let me just say, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen. That was absolutely adorable. The film was pretty good in my opinion. There wasn't a whole lot to it in terms of originality, and the Sonic references were kept to a minimum. I do like that scene where the crazy person holds up a picture of Sonic. Oh man, that was really funny. And let me just advise you people, anytime you go to the cinema or the theater to watch a movie, stay after the credits. At the end of the movie, my sister wanted to go home, but I told her we should stay through the credits, and I'm so glad we did, because you won't believe who appeared at the end of the movie. Miles Tails Prower. Yep, Tails the Fox was in the end credits scene. And let me just say, I almost spilled my drink when I saw Tails. And the inclusion of Tails at the end means that this Sonic movie is going to be turned into a franchise. So maybe there's going to be like a Sonic movie 2, a Sonic movie 3, and Knuckles and stuff. And if that does happen, I am really excited for it. I was so happy when I saw Tails, and his design looks amazing. He actually looks pretty cute, and he's pretty fast as well because he just flew off at the end. Like, I know he can fly, but the way he flew, like, he had a big orange streak, like the way Sonic has blue streaks. And like, he went really fast. But if there's one thing I'm going to ask myself is, in the Sonic movie 2, if that ever comes out, when Sonic and Tails first interact, I wonder how it's going to be. Because like, throughout the movie, Sonic was kind of acting like he has no friends and he's really lonely and stuff. But obviously Tails exists, so like, when they meet, is Sonic going to be like, hey, who is this fox? Or is he going to be like, oh, Tails, my old friend, how are you, and stuff? You know? But anyway, we'll just have to wait until the Sonic movie 2 movie comes out, hopefully, in the near future. Anyway, I really enjoyed the Sonic movie. I thought it was a great movie, and even though that the plot of the movie was pretty cliche and has been done in many other movies, it's still entertaining and I really enjoyed it. Sonic and Eggman worked off each other really well, and the action scenes were pretty good. I'm really glad they changed Sonic's design, because if they didn't, he would have looked horrendous. The human characters were pretty bland except for Eggman, and the Tails scene at the end was really good, and like, everyone in my theater was really happy when they saw it for the first time. So yeah, that was the Sonic movie. Thanks for watching.